Happy Friday, everybody. Winter storm weekend. So we'll get started in just a second. So I appreciate you guys. Everyone who's in the Zoom, thank you so much for hopping on. And those who are watching live on Facebook, hello. And if you're not watching live, watching after the fact, feel free to skip forward just a couple seconds here. And we'll get started. And we'll be talking about a few different things. Basically, for some of you, it's a completely new revenue stream. If you haven't been offering it yet, it's going to be various there's screen protection for phones only and tablets, and also total device protection, offering you various methods of protection plans for your customers. And so we'll be talking about how you can increase what you earn, or what kind of offerings you can give your customers in terms of how you can protect their devices and increase your overall revenue. And there's a lot to it. Not really, but also there's a lot that it does. And so we're really excited to talk about that. As you know, we're integrated with AKKO, but we also have our own branded MyProtection and DisplayShields. I'll be talking about those more today than I'll talk about AKKO, because I feel like you guys probably know about AKKO, but if not, then we can definitely do
What's up?
today. And what I'll do is I'm going to just share this on our user group, because I completely forgot to do that. It'll take just a second, and then we'll get started. And what we'll do is we'll talk about the protection plans, what they are, how they work, what you get paid, and then some some basic scripts. Again, real simple to offer protection plans, but we'll be talking about that here in just a second here. All right, so we went live, shared on the post, on the group. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'm going to talk a little bit about the scripting first prior to showing in MyRepairApp how it works. And talk about the products a little bit, and then I'll show you again the flow inside of MyRepairApp. And so with MyProtection, there's a couple different things that it does. If you're not familiar, it is a phone-only protection plan, so it'll cover any and all accidental damages, regardless of any kind of damage, regardless of the type of device, outside of excluding loss and theft, which is basically it's 96% of all claims that you typically do occur. And with what we did specifically with MyProtection is we set it up where you earn a residual, so you don't just sell the plan and then get paid once. You actually get paid as long as the customer keeps on paying their bill. You earn a percentage. We have a $6, $8, and a $10 a month plan. I will show you those in the system in just a moment, and I'll tell you the differences between them. But what's really cool with, like, let's say the $10 plan is you actually end up earning a 40% cut. So you earn $4 a month in residuals every month. Technically, it's like 41% because it's a $9.99 and you earn $4, but we just wanted to make it easy for you, so you get a flat $4 commission every single month. And if your customers were to pay for a year upfront, so they get a month off. So instead of it being $120, it'd be $110, and then you get paid for 13 months of commission. So instead of earning $4 a month, which would be $48, you would actually earn $52 upfront, and then when the customer renews, you get another $52. Extremely aggressive. There's nothing else out there like it. It's very aggressive in terms of how the pay is. And so, of course, we want to reward you to sell this as much as you can, right? Because it's not just about you making money. It's about two other things. A, yes, you're making money. But B, you are ensuring that your own ecosystem grows, that your customers come back to you, right? And then, of course, you're taking care of your customers. You're helping them save money. In all reality, these devices aren't cheap. As we know, roughly, give or take, 30% of people break their phone in the first year of owning it. And no one knows if that's them or not, right? And so we've all been there where customers walk into your store or they call you and they have a model of a device where, man, when you look to quote that repair price, you have to tell them, I'm so sorry, this is going to be $575, and they go, and that conversation ends. We've all been there. And so this helps prevent that type of thing. And so what I've learned, and if you haven't had like a professional sales background, what I've learned, what helps really well with selling anything, especially protection plans, is leaning in on real examples, leaning in on testimonials, leaning in on that emotion of, hey, this does happen. Hey, we had a customer that came in yesterday, right? They had a 16 Pro Max and whatever, they had it on the trunk of their car, and then they, were loading groceries in the car, and they closed the trunk and they forgot they left the phone there, and it got squished and needed to fix the front and the back and needed a new battery, and ended up being $600. These are things that can resonate. That's the thing that I would say more than anything. There is no difficult or complicated sales script. It's simply, hey, Mr. Customer, we've seen a lot of people have these types of problems. We've all seen it. We've had that problem. They run it over with their car. They drop it. It goes who knows where. There's a lot of we've all seen a lot of examples as to how and why these things can break. And your customers resonate with that most. Because if you just go in there, it's like with anything else. If you just start pitching something and just start throwing numbers at them, right? Oh, you can make XYZ and it costs XYZ, blah, 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 blah. That's all they hear, right? It's just like when you're, I want to preface this before we talk about the plans, because it's super important, because this is going to benefit you most. I guarantee you. And by the way, if you're watching this live or shortly after the fact, we plan on having this recorded. It is recorded, and we'll go ahead and put this on YouTube as long as the content's good. And so I have a big goal there. But the reality is, when you pitch a protection plan, you want to pitch it just like you do a repair. Right? When your customers call your store and they say, hey, I broke my device, I need to get it fixed, can you fix it? How much is it? I hope that you don't do this, but I think none of us do the whole thing of, oh yeah, absolutely, Mr. Customer, it's $150. Pause. And the customer goes, okay, thanks. You're like, yep, bye. Not a great pitch, but that is unfortunately the reality of most shops. Some of you may not know this, but prior to MyRepairApp, we did a little consulting with a little over 100 stores, and I did a lot of cold calling. I called at this point probably over, I don't know, realistically over 1,000 stores at this point. And I have called and I've just asked to see, hey, I broke my iPhone 11, how much to fix it? I would say 90+% of stores do exactly that. They just go straight to the price and pause and wait for you to respond. I have no reason to choose you as a customer, right? You didn't give me any value. Why should I choose you over XYZ option? Or even worse, I've seen, I call stores that don't answer the phone, it goes to voicemail, and then I intentionally in the voicemail go, hey, I broke my phone just now and the screen's not working, but I can hear it vibrating, but I need it to work right now. Please, if you can help me fix it, just call me back so I can, if you can tell me if you can fix this today. Pretending to be a desperate customer willing to pay anything. And guess what? I literally have never had a store call me back, which is downright depressing. Which is, by the way, why we built Mary, because I've learned that most shops, unfortunately, if it's not the owner answering the phone, most of the time, it's not a great experience. So that ties in with MyProtection and AKKO and DisplayShield, right? When you're selling a screen protector or a case, it's all the same thing. You don't just go, do you want to buy a screen protector? Do you want to buy a protection plan? It's $10 a month. Mr. Customer is going to go, well, no. Why do I want to spend $10 a month? You gave them no value, right? You may know why they should get it, because at one point in time, you've known all the value adds, all the value statements, all the propositions. You've offered it to 1,000 people. You've pitched it 1,000 times, but now you're kind of getting a little bit lazy. It happens. It happens to everybody in every industry, but that is where it just comes back to being consistent, and consistency is going to pay more than anything else. Consistency will pay over complex, complicated sales scripts. It's cliche, and it's probably one of the most used cliches ever and sayings, and I've said it 1,000 times, but you miss every shot you don't take, right? Kobe Bryant said that. I'm just kidding. It was Michael Jordan, for those who just had a mini heart attack there. But you miss every shot you don't take, right? And so if you don't pitch it, you're gonna lose it, especially if you don't offer it, right? Pitching is one thing, offering is another. I'll start it with that. So what we do when a customer comes in, my recommendation to you is you obviously want to quote the repair first, get the yes first, and then pitch the protection, right? Meaning you don't want to just, when they come in and bring a device to you, you're like, oh my gosh, do you have a protection plan? No? Oh man, if you had a protection plan, this would have been $50. And they're like, oh, well, oh no, I don't. And you go, okay, well, man, darn, it would have been 50 anyway. We'll fix this for $479, and you just like sticker shock yourself into oblivion. So what I would recommend is when you're checking it in, again, there's different variances of how you can do this. And in all reality, you can just ask ChatGPT or Gemini or any AI, hey, what's a good flow, right? We tell the AI what you do, what your company is, and what your goal is, and I promise you'll get a decent guideline script. I wouldn't go verbatim because you don't really want to make it complicated. But it's like, hey, quick question, do you already have our protection plan on this device? No. Oh, okay. No problem. The only reason why I ask is because this is actually exactly what this protection plan is for, right? Oh, well, the only reason why I'm asking is because screens are the most common thing and people end up fixing. I'm just asking because we actually have a screen protection only plan. So if you had that, okay, no problem at all. Don't go into the deductible. Don't go into anything other than, oh, okay, you're just planting that seed of we have something that a lot of people buy. That's all it is. You want to kind of keep them a little bit curious, because if you give them too much information in the beginning, that's it. You kind of lose it. So then you just go into your regular check-in process, do the pre-check, test everything out, etc. And then, all right, to fix it today, you're at $319. Do you want to go ahead and get it taken care of today? Whatever you do, right? Fantastic. Okay. Then once you lock them in is when you want to go ahead and continue to talk about the protection plan. Right, so we have, I'll show you in a second, we have DisplayShield and MyProtection. They're different products for different specific needs. At that point, you can go, hey, just want to let you know, had you had our protection plan, that one right there, which is $6 a month or $8 a month or $10 a month, this actually would have just been a $50 deductible instead of you paying whatever it is today, right, at $319. Do you want me to go ahead and after we get this fixed, add that on there for you so that way next time, because we know it's going to happen again, unfortunately, it's only $50. Keep it simple. That's it. You can do it different ways, but you don't want to over explain it. You just want to plant that seed of like, oh, do you have our protection plan? No. Oh, okay, I'm only asking just because so many people have it, right? Or that's exactly, or that screen damage is exactly what we have. We actually have a screen protection only plan. Really cool. And then when you go into pitching it after you quoted the repair, you go, yeah, so this one, DisplayShield. Well, actually, I'll tell you guys later, but about the DisplayShield. But you can just say, there's two ways, right? With DisplayShield, you can actually bundle it into your repair price. We'll go over that in a moment. But with MyProtection, if you want to pitch them the full phone protection plan, especially if it has more than just a screen, right? The back glass is broken, battery swollen, etc. It's got multiple things broken. You can do that. That's a simplistic way of it, right? We do have courses in MyRepairApp on how all these products work that give a lot of tips and tricks. However, I will say that since we've launched DisplayShield, I would probably switch things up a little bit. And so what I'll do right now, I am going to share my screen if I can figure out where my mouse just went and kind of show you the flow. So let's just say we're doing a repair. All right, checking the customer in, right? Blah, blah, blah. It's $319 to fix your phone, whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe it's that one. Cool. Okay. When you select the MyProtection right down here, you press this, it's going to give you the three options. These are the protection plans. $5.99 a month, $7.99, $9.99. They all cover any and all damage on any device. Accidental damage. The only difference is the amount of coverage that they give. So it's $500, $1,000, and $1,500. So you can technically offer either plan on any type of device, but just understand that I would offer it. The proper plan is the coverage amount is at or exceeds the value of that device. Meaning, if a customer walks in with a Z Flip 7 or an iPhone 17 Pro Max with 2 terabytes of storage, probably don't want to offer them the basic plan for $5.99, because if that device gets obliterated and you have to replace it, they're only covered for $500. Now, will it cover damages up to $500? Yes. But if the worst case scenario happens, you're going to have a very upset customer when they go, well, why didn't you sell me the more expensive one, right? Why do I have complete coverage on the device? So just keep that in mind. If it's a newer device, you can sell that. If it's anything that's like more than a year old, the premium or basic usually covers it, right? Now, it's in your best interest technically to sell the ultimate because you get more money. But if you want to just be as as aggressive as possible, get as many protection plans sold as possible. Keep in mind the cost to replace that device, so you sell the appropriate plan and you maximize the amount of sales you make. The basic plan for $5.99, your commission is $1.50 a month every month they pay, or it's $39 if they pay annually. I think, if I do math correctly. No, that is not correct. Well, I can't do math. That was $19, excuse me. The premium plan, $7.99 a month. It is a $3 a month residual per month, every month they pay, or if they, again, do an annual, then you're getting paid for 13 months of coverage, which is $39 commission. And then again, the ultimate, we talked about that. Monthly is $4 a month. Annual, you would earn then $52 a month. So it's super easy. We have videos on how this works on YouTube. I'm not going to go over that today. That's not the purpose of this, because you can just go next, next, next. It auto fills out. Super easy. My idea today and what we're going to be doing moving forward, we're going to do our best to try to do live trainings covering different features, programs of MyRepairApp 4 to 5 times a week. And so Fridays I want to cover this. Maybe we'll cover accessories. Mondays we'll cover new features, updates, changes, fixes, improvements, whatever. As you guys probably got the email, Tuesdays and Thursdays we'll have a deep dive training on DisplayShield as well as enrollment. And then Wednesdays, as of right now, we're covering Bitdefender, which, by the way, still plenty of time for you guys to make hundreds of dollars from just offering that for free. But anyway, well, then we're going to rotate it out. So we want to have fresh content every week for you and your staff. So every Monday, you're going to get an email with the list of things that we're going to be covering that week every day, what time, with the link to the call. If you really want to be extremely proactive, you can submit a support ticket and ask to be invited to whichever calls you find pertinent to yourselves. So we can put it in so that way you get email reminders, because I don't want to email remind everyone because I might get hated. But if you want to be really proactive, you want to really maximize us training you or your staff at no cost to you, then we're happy to do so. And you might go, well, Tony, who are you to train people? Fair point. I'm not the best operator in the world. I'm not the best salesman in the world, but I do own $1 million a year store. I have had months where I've done over $100,000 in one store. I still operate a few stores, albeit maybe I'm a little distracted. I have done professional sales in other industries. I'm not the smartest guy, not the best at everything, but I've learned from the best, and I've retained a good chunk of what they've taught me. And so that's my the best answer I have, and I'm willing and able and wanting to help. And so that's what we're here to do. So enough of that. So my recommendation though is DisplayShield, right? So I'm gonna remove this device. If you're not familiar with DisplayShield, DisplayShield is a phone and tablet, as of next week, screen-only repair, which also cover Microsoft Service tablets, by the way, I found out. So the way it works is, if you ever had or sold anything like a liquid glass screen protector, they were okay, but you had to buy them in advance. You had to stock you had to have an activation code. You couldn't enroll the customer. You were actually penalized for enrolling them, right? Because they were kind of banking on the fact that not everybody's going to get coverage. A little sleazy in my opinion, but hey, who am I to judge? And then the claims process was manual as well. So we've took all the pain points of that and made DisplayShield. It is a one-of-a-kind plan where the plans are auto-enrolled. We want a 100% attachment rate. That's why the only way your customers can get this is through MyRepairApp, through you creating the repair ticket, and the only way that the claim can get filed and approved is you actually as a store. Super cool. So it's a 100% registration rate, and the claims can be filed by you. It takes less than 2 minutes to file the claim, probably even less than 1 minute, and it's an instant and auto approval on the claim. You do not have to speak to a third-party individual. You don't have to even speak to me. You don't have to email anybody. You don't have to call some guy that asks you what kind of whatever happened. It is automatic, instant, which is why it is an invite-only program, because there is a level of risk on our end. But if you want to be a part of that, highly recommend reaching out to us through a support ticket and or emailing trosegreen@myrepairapp.com. And Tony is so I'm Tony. She's Tony down below, at least from my perspective. She'll be to the side of me, and she'll be able to assist you guys with this. But What's really cool about it, right, is you can file the claim automatically and instantly get approval, and you can fix that device right away and then re-enroll them right away. And whatever you paid for that plan, if you re-enroll them automatically, again, we will actually pay you back what you paid for the first plan. So if it was like a plan that costed $36 for a year, we'll pay you back for the repair. So let's say you charged $199 for the repair, whatever it is. And let's say the plan was $30 or something. We will pay you back the $199 and pay you back the plan. So you're not taking a haircut on the labor. The only thing is we do charge the 7% service flow fee, but other than that, you can charge whatever your labor rate is. So you charge $300 for labor, fantastic. Our 7% fee, by the way, caps out at $30. So if you are doing like OEM, because you can use OEM screens, it's a cap at 30. We'll never charge more, so we're not being greedy. So I want to show you how this works. So this is the way I would look at this. This is the flow I would do. Customer comes in with an iPhone 11, screen broke. So you go to the system here and you type in iPhone 11 screen repair. All right. So to register the device, you're going to put the serial number here. It's the IMEI. It actually does make sure that it is the proper IMEI. It has to match that device. And all you need to do is, after you fix the phone, push this camera button here, upload a video of the screen that's not broken, show the IMEI, and even show the back of the phone. If the back is cracked, it's fine. You can actually still sell them DisplayShield. But if it's missing glass, it's got holes everywhere, and or the frame is damaged, that's not okay. But if it's just like cracked or a few cracks, that's okay. We're fine with that. You can still sell them DisplayShield. Of course, I would probably fix the back and make money there too, but the option's there. So you upload a video, that's it. Yeah, the IMEI, that's it, right? You charge for the repair like you normally do. It's bundled. It tells you here which tier it is and the deductible that you chose. You set this up in the settings. I'm not going to go over the settings in this call because this is the proprietary thing that we built, and we only do that in our internal trainings that we have Tuesdays and Thursdays that are not on YouTube and are not on Facebook. So if you want to know the exact cost of the plans, it's all in the settings. I promise you, it is the cheapest protection plans that exist on the market. It starts at 56 cents for a month of protection. So it is the cheapest that exist on the market, but also we pay you your normal labor rates, even if you're using genuine OEM service pack displays. So here is the pitch. If I were using this, if I was still operating my store in the front of house and I'm doing this, what I would do, customer comes in, all right, Mr. Cardone, your screen repair for iPhone 11 is $159.99 plus tax. Hey, this screen repair, we use such a high quality display. We actually have a lifetime warranty that covers any sorts of defects outside of physical damage. So if you ever have any problems with the screen repair, no problem at all. Come back. It doesn't matter how long it's been. We'll cover it. We'll replace it for free. And by the way, we're actually the only shop in town. Not only do we guarantee the quality of the display, we actually guarantee it against accidental damage. Meaning, if this breaks again within a year after I fix this for you today, Mr. Customer, it's free. Because I have no deductible here. So you don't have to worry about it. If it breaks, just come back. You don't have to call anyone. Just come back. We'll fix it for free. No questions asked. Okay? Fantastic. We'll get this done for you in 45 minutes. That's the pitch. I think it's pretty attractive. I think customers are going to say, I like that. You can, of course, sell DisplayShield separately, unbundled, and you can charge separately for it. But if you want a 100% attachment rate, where your customers come back to you, and they have to, by the way, because if you sell them this, the way the algorithm's built, another MyRepairApp shop cannot service this. They have to come back to you. This is the best way for you to build your customer lifetime value. I don't think there's any better way, because they have to come back to you. And that's really what we're all about here. We're trying to help you give an affordable option for you to have your customers come back to you, right? Because this is a statistic that I've said before. I've shared it before. I try to say said and share before, but you may not have heard it. So about 10 years ago, give or take, is when we started seeing the decline in repair and walk-in repair, right? Which, by the way, is right when I entered the industry. So smart timing on my behalf. And so about 10 years ago, the market for the market for insured consumer electronics was approximately between $12 and $14 billion, give or take, depending on who you listen to. Okay, a year. Fast forward to today, it's about $41 billion, which is why we've all seen a decline in walk-in repair. It's not that repair is dead. It's that more people are getting insurance on their device every year, and that number only ramps up. It's actually growing. So in 10 years, we went from 13-ish billion to 40 billion. In the next 5 years, it's estimated to be at 80 billion. So whatever pain we felt on the walk-in dropping in the last 10 years, it's going to double that speed in the next 5 years. And I say this not to like scare you like gloom and doom, but this is why we are selling protection plans, because everybody else is. Every company out there that basically works with OEMs or carriers has protection plans of sorts that get their customers to come back to them. Naturally. You should too. It's as simple as that. That is the only way that we can not only compete, but stay alive and thrive. So this allows your customers and forces your customers to come back to you in a good way. It's a white glove service. Because Verizon, if you know, or let's say as I'm a big carrier, let's say it's a $20 a month protection plan, they sell it to them. First of all, it's way more expensive than anything that you can sell your customers. So your customers pay you way less than going through a big carrier. But then you can not only sell it to them, you can service that for them. You can help file the claim, you can process everything on their behalf. It's a white glove treatment at a fraction of the cost. And that is something that you need to get used to, and it's going to help you grow your customer base. One thing I will say, I've seen people also say that some of the people that are selling DisplayShield is they're actually bundling DisplayShield with a screen protector. Right, so they go, Mr. Customer, the screen repair had a lifetime warranty, blah, blah, blah. It costs this. Hey, by the way, we have the screen protector. It's so good for whatever amount of dollars they sell it for, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. We're going to go ahead and guarantee the screen itself. What do I mean by that? So this protection film that we have or whatever you're selling them is so great. If we fix this device and if the screen itself on the phone breaks within the next year, just bring it back, we'll fix it for free. Or you can choose, by the way, a deductible. In MyRepairApp, you can choose to charge a deductible of either $0, $29, or $49. I think zeros sounds better than $49, but it's optional, and you can set that up, and once you do, it's set. And so you can just tell your customers, hey, with this screen protector, you get a 1-year guarantee on the screen itself, because, hey, you just paid me however many hundreds of dollars today. And then again, if they do break the phone, again, the screen, and then you re-enroll them in another protection plan during the claim process, which you'll see in the training how easy it is. It takes, again, 2 minutes. We will reimburse you the cost of the plan that you paid the first time around. And let me just see here.
Tony, excuse me, can you repeat the last part about if we re-enroll them again?
Yeah, so if you sell them a protection plan, and by the way, I guess this is what I'm gonna say. There is no wait period so as soon as the next day that happens, if you close a ticket, which by the way, this only gets activated once you close a ticket, and you can't close it unless you have a proper IMEI. Once you close a ticket, the next day, the plan's active. And if they break the screen again the next day, they come back to you, you file the claim, you fix the phone screen again. And if you sell them another protection plan, let's hypothetically assume this protection plan was 20 bucks. So you bundled it, right? You did the repair, they came in, filed the claim, you fixed the phone, say, hey, Mr. Customer, for just 20 bucks, and to be honest, you can actually charge whatever you want. If you want to charge more, you can, feel free, or charge less. For just 20 bucks, we'll go ahead and put that protection on there, that guarantee again. So if it breaks again within the next year, it's free to you, Mr. Customer. If you re-enroll them, then that $20 that it costed you for the first time around, we will not only pay you back for this repair of the $171.19, we will pay you the plan, the reimbursement of the plan itself, for the cost of the plan. So we'll pay you not just for the repair, the part, the labor, and the tax, but we'll pay you back whatever you paid for the plan if you set them up again, which is absolutely nuts. That eats into our margin quite a bit, but if it hasn't been obvious with MyRepairApp, what we do is we try to give you the craziest amount of value at the lowest price possible, because my goal isn't just to have a couple hundred shops that we make a ton of money on. Our goal is volume, right? Obviously, and so we're passing on that savings to you. So it is designed to be a no-brainer, so that way you can build your ecosystem. So you have virtually no reason to not operate. Now, here's the thing. Let's go into the pitch. If you tell them you have a 1-year guarantee on the screen, blah, 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 right? And the customer goes, well, what if I want actually, I'll stop there. Terry, 1 claim per purchase per year. No, actually, so you can sell it. And if you file a claim within the 12 months, you can do 3 more plans in that 12 months. So they can have a total of 4 claims per year as of today. Granted, 6 months from now, a year from now, again, that may be subject to change depending on how this program goes. But as of right now, it's 4 times a year. So if they break it today, let's say they buy today, break it tomorrow, you re-enroll them, break it the next day, re-enroll them, break it the next day, re-enroll them. So you can have 4 total claims in a year. You just have to re-enroll them each time, which again takes, as you saw, quite literally no time at all. Now, what we've seen in some of the stores that were in the early pilot, they offer the protection plan. They tell them, hey, this repair comes with a 1-year guarantee. And the customer goes, well, does it cover the back? What about the battery? What about the camera? What about water damage? What about this? What about that? And you go, oh, absolutely. We totally have coverage for that too. And that's when you go, for X amount of dollars per month, we can go ahead and get you full coverage. And then if they want full coverage, just hit this trash can icon, remove that so you're not being charged for DisplayShield. Boom. But this way you get the best of both worlds. Auto attach it, so that way every single screen for phone and tablets has it attached. If they don't want it because they want full protection, great. If it's a tablet or something else they want full protection, click the AKKO button, click on this everything plan for $15 a month. You'll cover 1 phone and 25 non-phones, which is the absolute no-brainer. So we've given you all the tools possible for you to maximize your opportunities. I mean, for $15 a month, this is crazy, considering big wireless carriers right now are charging more than this by sometimes, I think one of them charges $10 more than this for just 1 phone. But this covers their phone, tablet, game console, wearable, another game console, another tablet, another MacBook, a TV, another MacBook, another wearable, for $15, for less money than what they pay probably for insurance through big wireless. So we've given every opportunity. We've done what we can. We believe that this works. We have so many shops that's exactly how the shop. By the way, what I said, that's how the shops operate. It's simple, and I believe I haven't looked in a couple of days, but I believe we have one guy who is right about. I think he's like a month away from hitting $1,000 a month in residuals selling MyProtection plans. So like from now on, he doesn't have to sell another plan. He's making $1,000 every month in profit just in residuals already. And I think this has been out for like 6 months. And it's just 1 store. So if you have a busy store or you have multiple stores, over the course of the next 1, 2, 3 years, you can hit several $1,000s a month in residuals every single month. And or if you sell DisplayShield, think of it this way. You're building a book of business at a very, very low price. I mean, it's genuinely an unbeatable price. How many times have we seen other people try to sell their shop and they end up selling it for virtually nothing? This is something that can give your business real value. Can you imagine, let's say you're selling 2 protection plans a day, 5 days a week, maybe 6 days a week for the next 5 years. I forget the math, but it's something like $4,500 to $5,500 in residuals a month. Now imagine when you're selling your business, you're like, hey, in addition to all the business that comes in every day and the claims and all that, we make $60,000 a year net just by being by existing. You can sell your company for a multiple of that. You will, and you can easily get that money up front because you guys together, the buyer and seller, can go to the bank, show the receipts, show that you have all these billings, right? You have all this money coming your way. And you can sell your company and actually get something out of it when you want to eventually inevitably exit. So that's how simple it is to sell. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. You can ask now. We can also, you can do it through a support ticket. You can schedule a call. We can do one-on-one. We can also, again, we're going to have more next week. So we'll have, Monday we'll have a training on the commission calculator change. Monday we'll probably do more my protection, and then again we'll have Tuesdays and Thursday internal training.